Okay, now that we're comfortable, let's dig in. Question one, how has this course challenged any assumptions, beliefs you had previously? Well, this course has definitely challenged the way that I view people in the world, and particularly people that I felt were just, let's just say it, racist, or they were just biased. And I learned that some of these things can be true, but then also could just be viewed as them not socially being interactive with other people from different cultural backgrounds, which creates ignorance. And ignorance sometimes can show up as racism. And I learned that from this class that I had to challenge myself because I view people as biased or not culturally understanding. And it was just really because they never really had interactions with people outside of their peer group. And if you don't have interactions with people who are different from you, then you may be mislabeled as things that we don't want to talk about, like racist or just biased individuals, when all in all, you probably just really don't have the proper education about that person's life or their culture, or you just really just don't have that peer-to-peer experience where you have a chance to socially interact with people outside of your environment. So those are one of the things that opened my mind a little bit. So now, before I jump the gun to label people, anyone, I've learned that I have to kind of maybe just look at where they come from, look at their cultural background, and look at their belief system, and maybe try to get an understanding before I come to my own conclusion that could be ignorant, biased, and quite frankly, just really dividing. Question two, what concerns are you making between sociology and your own life experience? So this question right here is a little hard, but I am going to take a whack at it. So what connections that I can make from sociology and my life experience? From the bias aspect of sociology, of people being biased about deviance. And why I say bias, because a lot of people operate that people are deviant because of the way that they interact or the way that they behave. And I'm seeing this in my life with my son, who is 9 years old, and he has autism. And I'm seeing people tell me that he can control his behavior. He's just misbehaving. He's choosing to be this way. That's often why I don't let people watch him. But people say things like, if you whoop him, it would change the way that he acts. And as a lot of people that I'm seeing say this, and it's because of their ignorance that they don't understand what neurotypical behaviors are, that I back away and shield my son. And that's why I equip sociology to my life right now, because I see that I am in withdrawal mode and I don't want to socialize with people because I have a biased opinion about them also. Question three, why do you think sociology is important in the world today? Well, with everything at your fingertips, I think that there's also a lot of misinformation online and just by word of mouth with people about different cultures and people's belief system. I think that sociology is important because it teaches us the things that we fear, the things that we may not understand. It teaches us how to interact with each other and try to understand each other on a major level. So sociology basically opens the door for all of us to be able to interact with each other and learn about each other. Sociology opens the door for communication and understanding. And I think that's why it's important in today's society, because it seems like we have less understanding and more bias. And I think that sociology can help bridge that gap between bias, ignorance, and real knowledge. So yeah, I think that's why it's needed in the world. Question 4. If you had to explain sociology to someone who has never taken the course, what would you say? Well, I would say that sociology is pretty much the study of the collective. So of social interactions between your peers and others. And it's different from psychology, with psychology, from what my understanding is, the study of the brain, and it focuses more on self than the collective. So if you're someone like myself who has struggled with being social with people or just being around people or figuring out how to connect with others, then sociology would be a great course for you to take to learn about different cultural beliefs, different background beliefs, and how to interact and how to integrate all of what you know into your professional and your personal life. Question 5, questions for Mrs. Scott about the content or the course. So Ms. Scott, I want to know, what was it that piqued your interest in sociology? So